As IT leaders driving the next phase of growth for your organizations, operating efficiently and responding quickly to business needs is really essential to your success. It's been incredibly rewarding to partner with many of you on your cloud journey and digital transformation using the power of vSphere and more broadly VMware Cloud. There are so many success stories to celebrate here, whether we've built enterprise apps to run the business-critical functions you rely on every day, or are developing new applications to process data in real time at the edge, or giving your developers self-service access to Kubernetes environments on a common infrastructure platform. In all these, you've trusted us to simplify the complexity of your IT environment so you can innovate faster, save money, and expand any cloud your business requires. So it was a real honor to see that in interviews with over 800 of your peers, VMware was chosen as the #1 trusted infrastructure provider for control of all your workloads, regardless of their deployed environment. With VMware Cloud, built on the industry-leading stack of vSphere, vSAN, NSX, and vRealize, it's our goal to deliver the most complete set of solutions to build, run, manage, and secure your applications with consistency across on-prem, public clouds, and edge environments to simplify your operations, reduce risk, and help you move faster. Now, organizations of all sizes have business-critical workloads running on-prem, but they're often spread across different locations, data centers, or edge sites, creating unwanted silos and potentially different operating models. This means your IT teams likely don't have end-to-end visibility across their entire infrastructure deployment. They may also not be confident that security vulnerabilities have been addressed everywhere. And the day-to-day tasks of provisioning resources and troubleshooting can be cumbersome and inefficient. It's clear that these silos must be broken down. In addition, for IT to support the needs of developers, using different platforms for virtual machines and containers can complicate management, as well as application design and development, adding inefficiencies and slowing down app development workflows. We know that you want to enable developer productivity and higher velocity, not slow things down with infrastructure constraints. And finally, while your workloads have the economics and the locality you want on-prem, there are cloud services that could add additional value, like disaster recovery and ransomware protection, and other opportunities for innovation. Yet today, they remain difficult to integrate into existing on-prem environments. At VMware, we've been working hard to innovate to address these challenges and deliver more value to you as our customers. That's why I'm thrilled to introduce the next major evolution of two solutions you know and trust: vSphere Plus, the multi-cloud workload platform, and vSAN Plus, the market-leading hyper-converged storage infrastructure software. Together, vSphere Plus and vSAN Plus bring the benefits of the cloud to on-prem workloads, delivering high-value cloud services for IT admins and developers to supercharge IT productivity and accelerate developer velocity for your existing and next-gen applications. And keep in mind, all this happens without you needing to move or make any changes to your existing workloads or hosts, so it's completely non-disruptive to your business and easy to adopt. So let's get into some detail, starting with the biggest enhancements to your product experience. Your existing vSphere and vSAN environments become cloud connected with a SaaS management layer. This gives you centralized governance for your entire vSphere and vSAN estate with some big benefits. First, to help make your operations more efficient, we've added the ability for IT admins to manage multiple vCenter instances together, along with simplified vCenter lifecycle management through cloud-enabled automation. Second, admins get a consolidated global view of inventory, unified vSAN cluster management, centralized alerts, as well as remediate configuration drift and ability to provision VMs to any vSphere or vSAN cluster. And third, to reduce risk further, you can now run a security health check across your entire vSphere infrastructure to assess your security posture and take necessary corrective action. For app development, we've added new services to improve developer and IT admin productivity, including our Tanzu Kubernetes runtime and multi-cloud Kubernetes management plane, so you can give developers self-service access to container resources and unify Kubernetes management and security across multiple clusters. This makes vSphere Plus a common platform to run both containers and virtual machines side by side, making it easier to build modern apps and modernize and extend existing apps, all on a common trusted platform, saving you money, improving operations, increasing availability and security. We're also introducing new optional hybrid cloud services, including integrated data protection workflows to the VMware Cloud Console that allow you to easily protect and recover workloads from regional outages or ransomware attacks using VMware Cloud Disaster Recovery. This is just the start to the hybrid and multi-cloud services we're integrating with vSphere Plus and vSAN Plus, and you can look out for more in the future. Finally, we're making it really easy and flexible to consume with a subscription-based consumption model and OpEx economics to streamline your financial operations. We can't wait to see what you're going to build with the operational gains, new containers and Kubernetes services, and hybrid cloud services from vSphere Plus and vSAN Plus. So how can you get started? Well, wherever you are on your journey through digital transformation and developing a private cloud, hybrid cloud, or multi-cloud strategy, vSphere Plus and vSAN Plus can simplify your path so you can gain cloud benefits faster. And by connecting to the cloud, you establish a powerful and consistent VMware Cloud hybrid cloud environment with a streamlined consumption surface that easily expands to meet your needs for growth into new locations and new clouds. To learn more, check out vSphereplus.com for all the information you need to get started. Now, let's hear the perspective of a few of our customers on these new solutions.
What would it do for an organization? Well, I think the biggest thing is for an organization our size is it would offer up a cost-effective DR solution. Within our organization, one of the things we struggle with is, the cost of having a complete DR setup. And so leveraging the multi-cloud, leveraging other resources, for that would give us that affordable solution for DR.
Our organization was very excited. It is definitely the next step. It makes sense for businesses trying to go hybrid cloud. It just makes the whole process easier.
One of the core ones is going to be the multi-cloud capability and the ability to control and visualize your different environments in one place.
I think DR, being able to have a location that we can fail over to quickly in case of an attack or a ransomware, I think that would be very valuable.
Switching to a SaaS model for vSphere makes total sense. We've been doing that as an MSP for years, so it just falls in line with our business model.
From the philosophy of as a service consumption, our customers are asking for this. So now it's another tool in our tool bag to provide that outcome to customers.
It's fantastic to hear those perspectives as we roll these releases out to the world. Now, for a deeper look into vSphere Plus and vSAN Plus, I'm thrilled to introduce one of our technical leaders, Susan Gudenkauf, who will take us through several demos of what's coming.
Thanks, Mark. Let's now take a closer look at the product experience with vSphere Plus. As an IT admin working in vCenter today, running multiple sites can be a time-consuming process. Now, with vSphere Plus, you can connect all of your vCenter instances to the SaaS Cloud Console, so you have one place to manage them all together. To set this up, you add a lightweight cloud gateway to each vCenter and check them into the Cloud Console. Remember, nothing here touches your ESXi hosts or workloads, just vCenter. You centralize vCenter management into the Cloud Console, and your day-to-day activities are not only easier, but you also gain new capabilities that span across your infrastructure. In the Cloud Console, you'll find dashboards consolidating all of your global alerts, inventory, configurations, and the ability to see a list of any security issues. On top of that, vCenter Lifecycle Management is now a breeze. Let's see how all of this works. To take us through these workflows, I'll invite my colleague Dave Morera to give us a quick demo.
Thank you, Susan. Let me show you how easy it is to connect your on-premises infrastructure to the cloud with vSphere Plus. Connect your on-premises to vSphere Cloud. It is super simple. We're going to deploy a local cloud gateway appliance that provides this connection to a cloud account. Everything included from setup and configuration running through that single appliance. This local cloud gateway VM will act as a proxy between your on-premises infrastructure and the cloud. This will allow connections to be secure within your organization, but it also will secure communications going out through the internet to the cloud. Adding your on-premises vCenter, it is super simple by matching and making that connection between your cloud gateway and your VMware account on the cloud. This is now going to connect our private infrastructure to vSphere Plus. There's no requirement as far as certificate or extended service engagements requirement, or VPNs or the like. Those vSphere Plus organizations that have that entitlement would be selectable to you to pair your vCenter environment to it. This step is simply and easy selecting parts of your environment that you want to convert to SaaS management and subscription-based licenses. So as simple as just adding FQDN, username and password, you can add several vCenters, and there is no limit to it. We can add 10, 15, 200 vCenters to vSphere Plus and then control everything from one single location. Then within vSphere Plus, you have a global inventory of everything you have to connected, regardless where it lives. So now that we have registered our vCenter server, let's move on to the VMware Cloud Console to continue. In this console, we can see a lot of VMware's cloud-based solutions, such as disaster recovery, and some infrastructure solutions, such as VMC on AWS, VMware Cloud Foundation, and of course, vSphere Plus. Once you have connected your vCenters to vSphere Plus, now you can actually convert those perpetual licenses to subscription. Everything's converted automatically, doesn't require any changes on the on-premises side. There's no complex licensing trade-ins or redeployments. vCenter management can become centralized by a simple selection process. Note that licenses are converted and brought into a subscription model by selecting which vCenters you want to convert to subscription. Then you're going to be able to see your entitlement on the subscription side. How many CPU cores are you utilizing? Simple in one location. So now that we have connected our vCenter servers on premises to the VMware Cloud through vSphere Plus, we now have a global view of our entire environment, no matter where the vCenters live. We have this holistic view of vSphere state from SaaS portal. And after we have converted those licenses to subscription, we now have central management of on-prem vSphere clusters through vSphere Plus. We can look at a universal event list. It gives us central visibility of all the events across all the clusters, no matter where they live. This reduces the complexity of health assessments and makes it so much easier to troubleshoot. We can even launch our vCenter server UI from vSphere Plus. We can drill down within each vCenter and see what events are being affected, whether it's a security alert, configuration error, or some information that you need to know. From a security standpoint, we can set the top security issues across environments and list objects with the issues. More than just looking at health, we can also assess security risk of the entire management plane. Again, we're looking at our entire infrastructure. It could be in different countries, different states, different cities. So we can quickly assess and reduce the risk of security holes. We can drill down, and from the vSphere UI, we can jump into a vCenter or host to further troubleshoot any security issues. With vSphere Plus, every single customer is entitled to a full Kubernetes container runtime using vSphere with Tanzu as part of their entitlement, and can use cloud-based Tanzu mission control. You can see your VMs, containers running on the same environment, but now with vSphere Plus, we have a central location for every single vCenter you have added to vSphere Plus, of both traditional and modern applications. We can further look into those worker nodes, control nodes from vSphere Plus, regardless of where your vCenter lives. You can view Tanzu VMs, including Kubernetes workers, and have full visibility of security and governance. With vSphere Plus, you have the flexibility of deploying virtual machines to any vCenter you have added to vSphere Plus, any on-premises location from one central cloud-based management. We can also leverage local templates on those vCenters to streamline the process. We have also integration with services like vSAN, and by having vSAN Plus, you can select those vSAN data store services available on premises. So nothing changes from a deployment standpoint. We're utilizing the tried and true method of deploying virtual machines. No matter how you send out new apps, whether containers, UI, or API driven, they populate immediately into the global view in the Cloud Console. vCenter upgrades have never been easier. With vSphere Plus, we're utilizing reduced downtime upgrade feature, which brings down vCenter upgrade times from hours down to minutes. You can proactively get notifications Just like you do in your phone today, ensuring that you're up to date on your software is the best thing you can do for reliability and security of your environment. vSphere Plus will proactively notify you of any new versions available, and you can quickly react to prevent exploits and take advantage of new functionalities. Updating through one click, no downloads, no staging, no patching, just a software push from the cloud portal. This new and simplified lifecycle management for vCenter reduces risks and improves security stance, simplifies operations, and reduces any plan time by leveraging reduced downtime upgrades. We're minimizing downtime of vCenter by just the time it takes for vCenter to restart services. Lifecycle management within vSphere Plus also preserves the previous vCenter server on your on-premises infrastructure. In case you need to roll back, that VM will still be available for you to move back to the previous version. With vSphere Plus, we're enhancing your on-premises vSphere with cloud services without any disruption by adding services like cloud-based disaster recovery. SaaS lets us add services on top of your on-prem environment. So vSphere Plus is acting as that foundation of what it is to come. vCDR would be fully integrated into vSphere Plus. Having a cloud-based VM protection strategy on top of vSphere Plus is definitely a game changer. vSphere Plus allows us not only to see a global inventory of vCenter hosts or virtual machines, but it also allows us to protect them by adding them to the corresponding protection groups and quickly protect any assets or any virtual machines and applications, regardless where they live. And this is just the beginning. I am very excited to start this journey with you with vSphere Plus. Back to you, Susan.
Thanks, Dave. This is just the start of what's to come with vSphere Plus and vSAN Plus. New capabilities and connected cloud services will be added in the future for more efficiency and new opportunities for innovation. Back to you, Mark.
Thank you to all of our great engineers and product team members who've built these solutions for all of you, our customers. Now, let's check in with one of our partners for their perspective on this release.
So at Insight, we have a tremendous breadth of capabilities that we help our clients as they adopt a public or hybrid cloud approach. So there's a cohort of our clients that are going from an all on-premises model to either an all cloud model or a hybrid model. And some of those are lift and shifts. And for those, we actually, we ask generally to take a pause. Let's take a look at this and let's do cloud right. We discover the workloads, we discover why they exist, and through that we can much more intelligently help our clients understand what is the right things to move into the public cloud, whether they need to be just lift and shifted, or if they need to be transformed, or if even them need to be rewritten in order to take advantage of the public cloud. And for some of them, it actually might be more beneficial to keep them on premises. Some clients that have 80, 90 data centers and help them consolidate that and do that very smartly. So vSphere Plus is introducing, really in my mind, 3 key benefits. All right. One of them is the ability for our administrative teams to get a single pane of glass view of all of their vSphere estate. And for most clients, you don't have just one vSphere environment, you have multiple vSphere environments. With vSphere Plus, now you actually get a cloud-hosted ability to take a single pane of glass look across your entire estate and become much more effective at being able to do that. So that's benefit number 1. Benefit number 2 is that there's this marrying of the consumption model to be much more cloud-like. That ties into the FinOps conversation and making sure that I know how to take advantage of my developer services and my financial services at the same way. So DevOps and FinOps can work very collaboratively because the model that I'm purchasing my software services is actually matches both. Point number 3 is the developer side of the house is supremely important in today's world. All right. The way most organizations are going to make and maximize the value they bring to the market is through the digital transformation that everybody's been talking through. So being able to expose developer services that accelerate that time to value, time to market is incredibly important. One of the amazing things about Insight is that we have a humongous amount of partnerships, and that allows us to bring the best of breed, but not just necessarily best of breed, but the right choice for our clients. So Insight and VMware have had a very long and very fruitful relationship, largely because we've solved some very difficult challenges for our clients. Initially, it was, hey, how do I optimize my on-premises infrastructure to consume my resources much more effectively? Over time, it evolved into disaster recovery. It evolved into better data protection, recoverability. As we added more services into it, it really expanded into full-on, how do we make our environments much more stable, reliable, cost-effective, and all that. And we did it in a very great partnership. It's been fantastic for our clients, first and foremost, but it's been very fruitful for both VMware and Insight because we do solve those client problems and we do deliver some value to the market. And through that, we have grown our businesses together. So that's fantastic. And I'm looking forward to continuing this evolution as more and additional services get created by both of us.
All of these innovations delivered through vSphere Plus and vSAN Plus are just the beginning of what's in store for the future of VMware Cloud. With these compelling advancements today, you can build, run, manage, and secure the enterprise applications that drive the next phase of your growth, while maintaining the resiliency and innovation you trust from VMware. Head over to vSpherePlus.com to get started and join us at VMware Explore for more exciting announcements. Thank you for your time.